Newcastle 1, Arsenal 0. I am Mike, I am a West Ham fan, if you don't know me by now. I do videos on mainly West Ham. I do match reactions to the big games in the Premier League and etc. Like I did one with Newcastle versus PSG. I did the Manchester Derby one, and now I am doing Newcastle versus Arsenal, where it's very hard to not talk about the referee. But make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe. I'm on the road to 200 subscribers. I'm trying to get that before the end of the year, so please subscribe. There's a lot to talk about. Let's just get the ref stuff out of the way. The ref was awful. I think it was Stuart Atwell. There's no best of a bad bunch in England. We've got a lot of terrible referees. Terrible referees. If you're an Arsenal or Newcastle fan, you never want to see this guy again. We saw this week Anthony Taylor got demoted. I think a lot of these lot need to get demoted. Need to get relegated to the Championship. I'm sure Arsenal fans will only dwell on the fact that it's on ref decisions. I'm gonna talk about the ref decisions first. So Kai Havertz and Bruno Guimaraes should have both been off. I'm pretty sure Havertz should have had a yellow card anyway for blocking the ball when you're about to take a quick free kick. That's a yellow nowadays, so I don't know why that wasn't given. Unless that was Nketiah, I don't remember. Guimaraes, because of the whole elbow thing and a couple of challenges, or the forearm thing and a couple of challenges, should have been either, if not straight rated for that, second yellow carded. Then again, he is already going to be banned for the Bournemouth game anyway. But come on. Both of them should have been off. It's not hard to see. Now, as a neutral, I want Newcastle to win, but as a neutral, I want to see 11v11, but if we're actually talking about getting decisions correct, there's two there. Now, the main one, the goal, it wasn't a foul, and I'm not sure if it was offside, but the ball definitely went out of play. I know that they've got to keep consistency because someone made a good point about Germany versus Japan where the ball went off, but because of VAR, they can't do it conclusive. It happened to West Ham Man United a few years ago. With that, I think it was Pogba that scored in the end. It was Bruno Fernandes. The ball just went curved all the way off the pitch and went back on. Happened against us. It happened actually against Man United for us in the FA Cup last year. For some reason, VAR never intervenes with these things. And in that sense, it is consistent with how shit VAR is. This whole thing about not trying to re-referee games, but you've got to make correct decisions still. The fact that 3 Newcastle players were yellow carded for the Havertz tackle was ridiculous. You can't talk to the ref. The refs are gaining even more power. The FA won't do anything, and neither will, what's his name? The baldy, Howard Webb. Don't know why he's here. He's fucking useless. Overall, let's just talk about the game now, because the goal should have been given, and 2 red cards should have happened. Listen. Arsenal fans. I backed the David Raya signing as a neutral. I thought David Raya, Declan Rice, Chiri and Timber were good signings. Now, Timber's unfortunately injured. Started off well, was injured in the couple games that we saw him. And Declan Rice was great today. And David Raya has been shaky ever since he's got put as number 1. I'm trying to think which game it was that he got put as number 1. Because I don't know whether it was like PSV in the Champions League or something. But it was the Everton game, I'm pretty sure, was the last game that Ramsdale played as a number 1. I think Carragher put it best, neither of them are good enough to if you want to win the Premier League, and I think that's where Arsenal should be aiming now. Arsenal haven't won it in 20 years. That used to be the standard at Arsenal, and now they're back there. They've done well to get back there, but I don't think it was needed to change their whole style of play as well. I think you can tell Granit Xhaka's missing. Granit Xhaka type player. I think that should have been upgraded. I'm not sure. Rice doesn't really play that role. I think he should be given the freedom to dribble and drive with the ball. I don't understand the Kai Havertz signing. He didn't do anything again today. He just should have got second yellowed. For a challenge way earlier. And they didn't really create anything. It's like they're putting everything on Martinelli and Saka to take 3 people on and cross the ball. Every time I see Arsenal now, is cross the ball, or we have to cross the ball, or we have to put it on the edge of the box. Now, they've got the quality to take long shots, and the shot might get deflected and go in. But Martinelli and Saka are literally having to do everything because they get no support. And it's uncomfortable conversations, as people love to say now, on how Bukayo Saka has performed, and he hasn't been good at all. Or not at all, but he hasn't been great and way below his standard this whole season, to be honest. You can tell, despite the criticism of Odegaard missing some big games, and listen, he does go missing in some big games, but in some big games he does score. He scored in his fixture last year. They were still missing him. When Odegaard is out, they don't have a guy who could come in. And Keita, maybe Sheffield United is his level, because he gets a lot of praise for scoring goals, but when he doesn't score goals, then people like to hide the fact that of criticism and stuff. Because Jesus is out, Trossard needs to come in. Like, I think Trossard and false 9 would probably work. Unless he wants to play Havertz up front, which I just don't think Havertz is good anywhere. I thought Newcastle, defensively, they were so good. They were so solid. And someone who deserves credit is Jamal Lascelles. Jamal Lascelles obviously been at Newcastle for years, and he's really stepped up to the plate since Sven Botman has left. Got injured. And to be honest with you, it's not like they've missed Sven Botman. Lascelles and Shaw have been absolutely class. Shaw was brilliant. Gordon got man of the match, but Jamal Lascelles, for some of the tackles he put in, the leadership, the organising of the defence, he fully deserved to be man of the match today. And Livramento, when he came on for Dan Burn was obviously struggling with his back, but Livramento was amazing. He didn't really deserve that yellow card, to be honest. I thought the yellow card was harsh, but he dealt with Martinelli very well. It takes a lot to still deal with Martinelli, even though, as I said, the wingers that Arsenal have got no support. They're still quality, so it's very hard to deal with them. And Livramento did really well. To step in. I think they could look at bringing in Lewis Hall maybe at left back, or maybe they want to carry on with Trippier and Livramento. I think they maybe need a bit more mobility. They're losing players bit by bit, but they're still carrying on. For Murphy, who had a shoulder injury in the World Cup, in the Champions League game, came back in and the shoulders come out again. So he probably came back too soon. Probably has to nurture that a lot more. That looks like a really painful injury. I think overall Newcastle still deserved it based on the fact that they defended their chances, and Arsenal didn't. For that one chance now, despite the ball going out, we need to talk about the fact that David Raya could have dealt with that. Gabriel tried to get a foul a bit too much, and he just dived on the pitch. How is the ball still coming into the box? Like, Willock has a lot of time and a lot of space, and I think that's the difference between Man City and the rest, is that Man City would get the ball out there. Even if Man City slip up, they could go on a 20-game run, and they'll win the league. And, there's a big slip up for Arsenal. I don't think, I know that they lost, and they'll probably feel hard done by. But at the same time, 0-0 was probably fair anyway. So they probably weren't going to get the top spot anyway. So Man City are still top for now, I think. And then Tottenham, Chelsea, we'll see how that goes. I'll give you a match reaction for that as well. But yeah, overall, Arsenal slipped up. They'll probably bounce back. They're not going to go on a run of bad on losses or anything, but whatever. We'll see. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you're new. Social medias are in the description if you want to follow me. And social medias aren't in the description. My social medias are GVO Mikes on Twitter and Instagram. The email for the inquiries, of course. I've just got my West Ham match reaction, the travesty against Brentford. That's out. Road to 200 subscribers. And all of that good stuff. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.